it. We haven't had to kill that many bots. So our next mission should get us up to combat level 2. So let's check our mission board. And you can see this next mission here, Alternate Avenue of Inquiry. This is the next mission in the series. And this is going to have us travel to a research station. The stations in Vendetta Online are categorized as capital stations, research, mining, and barracks. And depending on what class of station you're at, different missions will be available. Different trade items will be in demand. Different weapons. It affects basically what you can do there. And this mission should have plotted a nav route for us, so we're going to head up here to Dowland 2 and dock with this station. There's also something nice about this mission tree, and that is you get a weapon which will help you as long as you don't lose it. It's pretty similar to a neutron blaster, which is not available until combat level 3. And here we are at combat 1. Let's see, received valent neutron accelerator. Cool. So to equip that, we go to our ship tab, configure ship, and you can see here the valent neutron accelerator. So let's swap that out with our plasma cannon HX. We basically have this valent neutron accelerator. You can only get one of these, so be careful with it. Damage 600, velocity 200, 15 energy per blast, so it's a pretty decent blaster for this level. You'll notice that it's a lot more effective than the plasma cannon HX. Let's go back to our mission, and now we're supposed to hunt artemis collectors. And so artemis collectors are the next level up. They're a little tougher than Dentech collectors. And we need to bring back 2 artemis collectors cores. So let's go to the nav map. Now, the thing about artemis collectors is that they are often guarded by aputech guardians. And aputech guardians are really nasty. You want to avoid them at all costs. So let's see if there's any sectors here that have artemis collectors without aputech guardians. Okay, here we go. 03. So we'll head out to 03. Guardians are really tough. They're pretty much beyond our experience level right now. So unless you're an experienced pilot, I really would not recommend taking on Guardians or Assaults. Although eventually we will learn how to destroy these types of bots. Right now we're just focused on collectors. Let's see what we... And why don't we go ahead and check our sector list. Looks like there's just one Artemis collector here, so we may be out of luck. One thing you can do is double click on him from the list and it'll target it for you. So that's another use of the sector list, which you get to by pushing the U key. So we'll see if this guy drops a sister core or not. to 300 meters and okay, looks like he did. There's our Artemis processor core. And there aren't any more Artemis collectors in this sector, so we're going to have to travel to a different sector. Okay. This one has an Artemis collector, but it also has Guardians. I'm gonna fly there just because it's within this system. And you'll see what I mean. You'll see how these Guardians are really nasty. So, don't try this unless you're system. So right away as we get in, first thing you want to do is check the sector list. So there's our Artemis collector. And we'll double click on him. So he's highlighted, that's good. And we'll use our tab key to turbo in close. And it looks like, yep, that's a Guardian. It's right on our tail. This is going to take some careful flying. I recommend using the barrel roll and move the Guardian's aim while attacking the Artemis collector. Don't worry if you take a few hits, it'll still be okay. There's the core. We're going to have to fly around and try to pick this up. So let's target it. There's the Artemis processor core. And we're just going to, whoa, that was too close for comfort. We're going to fly towards it. Using turbo, tapping turbo if we have to. Crud. Okay. So we just got away with 13% health. Holding down turbo, plot our nav route back to Dow L10. And as soon as we hit 3,000 meters, we're going to open a wormhole. So we got away with two processor cores. You can see that we have just a little bit of health left. And actually I think we were supposed to bring this back to N2, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead, dock, and repair here. Repair ship. Launch. This is an interesting little array of ice asteroids off in the distance. Now, if you check different systems, you can actually find a few sectors which have just Artemis collectors and nothing else. And I'd recommend going for those systems if you're just starting out. We went ahead and went for a Artemis collector that was guarded by an aputech Guardian, but you saw how it was a pretty risky gambit. I had to do some careful flying to get that. So if you're not comfortable with that, I'm going to show you where you can go to get to a sector with only Artemis collectors. Okay, so we got 900 combat, 550 light weapons, which means we leveled up. Woohoo! Combat 2, light weapons 2. We're going to have some better ships available to us, but before we check that out, let's just look, I believe, in Azek, the neighbor. There is a system, there is a sector here. There you go, Azek N2. That sector has only Artemis collectors, so if you wanted to, you could travel there via wormhole, which might be a safer bet, but it turned out okay for us. So let's go to ships and see what we have available here. Not much at this station, but we do have, and the Vulture is a very nice light fighter. It has better armor, and it has 2 small weapon ports, so it's slightly more deadly. So why don't we go ahead and purchase a Vulture, which is going to make it our active ship. Let's go back to manage because we want to get the neutron accelerator off of our Centurion. So we'll go to select ship, double click on the Centurion to make it our active ship, go to configure, and drag the valent neutron accelerator away. And why don't we go ahead and actually we should have access to a better power cell. So we'll go back to the Vulture, go back to configure ship, put on our plasma cannon H and our valent neutron accelerator. Now we'll go back to buy, choose other. Now we've got the medium power cell, which has even higher capacity and generation. So there we are set up with a Vulture using a plasma cannon HX, a valent neutron accelerator, and a better battery.